Okay, we're going to make this short and sweet. A Canvas posting demonstration of a couple ways of posting on Canvas that will actually work. And of course, before posting an assignment, you need to know what it is that's wanted, how it's wanted, where it's wanted, and when. And there's attention to details. And of course, the reason we practice this now is because when you're out there in real life and you're supposed to use a DocX to apply for a job and you send a PDF, you should know what you're going to get. And if you're supposed to have it in by Friday and you send it on Saturday, no. Boss says send a PPT file to the client because they've got old school Windows, and you send a .key file, a Keynote file. Yeah, have your resume handy. Always good to ask questions with regard to the details before doing something. You know, we're using Apple here in the office. It's Keynote format. If I'm going to give them PPT, I understand the difference between newer Microsoft Office and earlier Microsoft Office. Do I want PPT or PPTX? Okay. Good to ask questions. I've got an example of a report that I filled out, more or less, and I've created it in a text format, RTFD format, a rich text format that allows me to put pictures in it. Microsoft Office Word or some similar things would allow that same kind of thing. And I filled in junk text with Lorem Ipsum. If you're not familiar with Lorem Ipsum, it's a auto-generated nonsense set of, and you can grab this up on Google, and good to have some around just to throw in if you're trying to test something out. It's very common to have this as a initial filler for stuff that needs to have filler in order to be tested properly. So yeah, my first baseline, I filled it out with some abstract and some methods and that. And now I'm going to go up to the practice area in Canvas, and I'm going to take the two ways in which it's going to work if you upload it, either in the Java text editing section or as a file upload. You can't do both in the same attempt. So remember, Chrome browser is best. Create it in text editor or Word, that works. The Java text editor in Canvas has improved considerably. Is it always perfect? Maybe, maybe not, but there's a couple things that we'll demonstrate. So first, uploading a file as a submission. So I'm over here logged into Canvas. I'm using the student view, so I'm seeing, okay, here's the practice site, ungraded. Nobody's used this yet, which I'm kind of surprised at because some folks have had trouble doing some things, and obviously there's a lot of information there on the Chabot website under student information for Canvas. And the reason this practice site is here is to say, well, gee, I had trouble submitting it. Let me go to the practice site and try that out and see if I can figure out what went wrong. So I'm going to, I already put a couple attempts in there. I've got unlimited attempts in practice. So I'm going to create a new attempt here. I'm going to upload, and all I need to do is drag a file. So let's say, for instance, I'm going to drag my PDF up there. Okay, and it's there, and I can lower right, click on Submit Assignment. My PDF, as I finished it out and saved it out of the RTFD, there's my stuff, abstract, here's my methods list down here, and then when I got results, I took my screenshots and I labeled all my figures. Here's my results. I might say something about it, but I'm labeling the figures and annotating things, because once I get down here, figure 7, figure 8, figure 9, to the discussion, I'm going to talk about blah, 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 as shown in figure 1, blah, 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 as shown in figure 2, blah, 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 whatever I'm going to say about this. And then at the end, I saved out the commented packets. I've got a screenshot of that, both as the commented and as the anonymized for this particular job. And I would have put all the answers to the questions in here that I found out of my trace file. And then in my case, let's say for instance I use ChatGPT. So I've got a citation, and in the appendix here's something, and I will reiterate this in an email. I had indicated if you're using ChatGPT to create your abstract that I want to see your prompt in the original and any other prompts you do and in the replies. You could actually put that in as an appendix and save yourself a second file upload. So if you want to do that, here's the text of my prompt, here's the original text, which then I edited, and then I ended up using that as my abstract. Well, I'm down to the end here and got it all done, and I saved that out. I printed it to a PDF. So there's my PDF, and I'm going to run down here and make sure that it actually worked fine. Yeah, and it didn't lose any of the text that might have been down there in the space that was indicated as a footer, like in Microsoft Office, and it didn't get printed out in the PDF like some of my syllabus that I got to fix. So they were logged on. There was my stuff. There was my results, my pictures, my labels. There was my discussion as shown in Figure 8. Blah blah. There's my answers to the questions, and got my appendix. Maybe I used ChatGPT, so I used the appendix instead of a separate text file to document my prompt and the original reply from ChatGPT. Bam. So I've checked as if I was going through that checklist. I've got all my sections. I've got the right headings in there for this job that I've been told to use the usual headings. So I'm ready to put it in. All right, so here I am, clicked on upload, dragging a file, and I'm going to put actually I'm going to put a different file in there. From the week 4 docs, I'm going to put where was that? I'm going to put a PDF for Nmap commands in there. Bam. And it uploads Nmap, and I'm going to submit that assignment. And now let me go ahead and leave the student view for a minute so you can see when I go to grade it, I've got click on SpeedGrader and I can see what people have put up. It shows me initially if what they put in is renderable inside Canvas in this view. It will show me what was put up there, and up here in the right I can see previous submissions. If say I left something out and then I put the second part of it in, then I can go, yeah, there's the first part, there's the second part. I can see what this is. I can give it a grade. And the student list is here, so I can go through the list of students who've submitted something. Okay, cool. Bam. So let's go back to the student view, and now go back to assignments, practice, and now I'm going to do a new attempt here, and this is going to be using the built-in editor, which has a lot of functions. You can play with this here and see. If I'm going to use this, I am again typically going to be creating the bulk of my text in a text editor. So let's say I've got my text here, lorem ipsum. I'm just going to take part of this. I'm going to copy from whatever I'm editing in after I've saved it, of course, and I can just paste it in here. Now, if what I've got is a report where I need to enter some pictures that I took, I can't upload and text in the same submission because they're two different things. I have to go to the picture, little picture icon, and upload an image. Yes, it's different from the upload link over there. And in that case, then I can go and let's grab an image here of this, and that's in there. So I can put an alt text in there if I want, and I'm going to embed that image. I'm going to click submit. That's not submitting the assignment, it's submitting the image into my editing here. And now let's say I've got one more thing here. I need to put a picture in here. Let's put another picture. And I can also drag and drop in the right spot. There's also ways in which I can adjust the size here if my image already was not 800 pixels wide. And I can do some other basic editing in there. Now that, and I didn't have to click submit after dragging and dropping it where I wanted here. There's various formatting, blah, blah, blah. Fancy formatting often doesn't work very well. Just some basic, maybe just using carriage returns to separate things visually so the information we want to look at later is easy to find. Then I'm go ahead and click that submission. And now I'm done with that. Looks like it went in there because I got the new attempt button for something else. Leave the student view. I'm going to go look at SpeedGrader. Now I can see this most recent submission. And I can see all the previous ones. So your stuff went in if you did either the text, drag and drop, or click add a graphic, or you uploaded an entire file. Now in the case of needing to upload a PCAP, well then it's going to be the same thing. In that case, I'm going to use upload because these are all going to be files. So I'm going to be uploading my PDF, and then let's see, where are we here? I'm going to be also uploading my PCAP. So if I've got a couple PCAPs on commented packets, anonymized packets, I'm going to upload the PDF or doc file or text file of my report with the pictures in it, and then I'm going to upload the PCAP separately. I'm going to submit that assignment. Bam, there we go. Leave the student view, go back and take a look at it as the teacher, and I will see here precisely what I should see, which is here's going to be the report, and then here's the PCAP. Now this will not display inside Canvas because it doesn't know Wireshark. In that case, I will have to download this, which is, again, why your name has to be on the file, not packets. Whose packets? Anyway, so upload files or put the text in there, but then you're not really going to be able to separately upload the PCAPs. So upload is probably your best choice, really, as a doc file, as a text file, as a PDF, your report, if it's a report, as it was intended to be completed, and then any other files that are needed, they're like a PCAP. And of course, right there on Chabot College, under Student Support, under Canvas, is online learning. All kinds of stuff. You can talk to somebody, you can call them up, you can email them, you can go in and see them. If you're having trouble with any functions in Canvas, these are the folks that'll give you the help you need. So there you go, quick and dirty. And I suggest upload. Go to Chabot for additional help if you got some things you want to do, or mess around in the practice area. That's what it's for. See you on the net.